Okay, so we're going to be talking about the clubs. No disco, the clubs. Here we go. The pendennis and the pigu. Right, well basically it's about two countries. You got the United Kingdom, Britain, which is the Pigu Club, and then we got the Pendennis, which is the United States. All right, and we're going to start with the Brits first, mainly because I'm also English, so you know. It's also because the Pigu is slightly older. Basically, the Pigu Club was created in actually comes from a club that was built in 1871 in Rangoon, Burma, which was under British control at the time. Obviously, you got a good chance that Britain pretty much controlled everything at one point. Now, in 1871, that club opened up, and it was only really allowed to be frequented by those who were white, worked in the colonial offices, an officer, British, and of course rich. And then you were allowed to get into the club. And in 1880, the club created and introduced a drink called the Pigu Club, named after its own club. And it got very, very popular, to the point where that it was first printed in 1923, Howie McElhone's ABC of Cocktails, and then again in 1930 in the Savoy Cocktail book by Harry Craddock. And then in the 1940s, the British had a bit of an altercation with the Japanese, and the Japanese kicked them out, and the club was actually then reoccupied by the Japanese and turned into a brothel. Now, you could forgive the locals at the time for when eventually they kicked out both the British and the Japanese and just completely destroyed the club, and they sort of did for a little while, but then it reopened again in 2018 in what was replaced Rangoon with Yangon, and then Burma is now Myanmar. So basically there is now a Pigu Club, 2018, it's been open since. I don't know if many people are going because there's a bit of chaos there again, and in Yangon, Myanmar. Okay, so this is how I make my Pigu Club. All right, get some tins, this is shake and drink. I do 2 ounces of gin. Then I do 3/4 of Cointreau, 1/2 ounce of lime, 1 dash Angostura, 1 dash orange bitters, add ice, give it a good shake. Get a lovely vintage glass if you can. Strain. Then I do a little dehydrated lime wheel. And there you go. The Pigu Club. Chin chin. Get home safe. Off as well.